Hi, this is Molly, and I'm a librarian with Spokane County Library District. I'm here today on our OverDrive page to talk to you about what OverDrive is and how to use it. OverDrive is the main way Spokane County Library District offers access to eBooks and audiobooks. We highly recommend it for a couple of reasons. First, I'd like to acknowledge that we do have some other resources in our digital library for reading books and listening to books online. So here we are in a digital library. OverDrive is the main one that I'm talking about today, but Hoopla, Tumble Book Library, Audiobook Cloud, those are other resources, and they're great for what they do. They serve slightly different purposes, and there are times when that's what you're going to need. But for the majority of people, for their everyday reading needs, you're going to want to use OverDrive. For starters, unlike those other digital resources, which are streaming resources, which means they are internet dependent, OverDrive allows you to download the e-content for up to 21 days. So you could take it with you anywhere once it's downloaded. OverDrive is also our most robust digital collection. We are constantly adding to it. It's up to date. It's huge. And because we cultivate it, you can request material to add to it. Though we do put limits on how often you can request material through OverDrive. I know that some people prefer to access our ebooks directly from our catalog. We don't recommend that because there can be problems with downloading. The preferred way for people to be accessing our digital content like this is through OverDrive. So here we are in OverDrive. Let's take a look at it. OverDrive offers these cultivated book lists that are pretty cool. They change them monthly pretty much, and they often point out things that I wouldn't have any idea about otherwise. You can see what is available and what isn't immediately, quite easily. So here, the refugees, there's a green icon at top and it says available. I can borrow that immediately. The bride test says waitlist at top. I can't borrow it immediately, but I can place a hold. You could also see what format these items are quite easily. So here, No Boy is going to be an audiobook. It says so right here. The Refugees, on the other hand, is going to be an ebook. If I click on the book, it's going to take me to a page that has a summary of the book. And from there, I can decide if I want to borrow it or place a hold on it. If I want to save the book for later, I would click this plus icon and I would add it to my wish list, which I'll show you in a moment. If it's an ebook, the books typically come in either Kindle version, the EPUB version, or both. Again, I will show you those in a moment. You can search our digital catalog here for any book. And this is just going to show you our digital content. So if the library has a physical book, that's not going to come up here in this catalog. This is just for our e-content. When you visit our website, scld.overdrive.com, you can see it up top here. Typically, it's going to say in green, sign in right here. I've pre-signed into my account, so we're not going to go through that process, but you would just enter your library card number and password, and then that logs you in so you can cultivate your e-library. I'm going to click this bookshelf icon, and it's going to take me to my account. So here you can see the books that I have checked out. You can see what kind of book it is. So this is an ebook. It's available as in the Kindle version. It's also available in the EPUB version. Or from this website, I can read it now in my browser. You can see that Ink Death here is an audiobook, which comes as an MP3 format. In my account, I can look at my loans and when they expire and what I have checked out. I can also check on my holds. This gives you lots of different information. So here, this bell icon with the blue dot, that's telling me I have a book ready to check out. It turns out it's The Wild Robot. I can choose to borrow it now. I can also choose to deliver later. If you take a look down here at the Fairy Tale Detectives, it says this book is going to deliver after May 29th, 2020. So what that means is the book became available and I could have checked it out, like The Wild Robot, but I decided I had too much going on in my e-library at this time and I wanted to check it out in a week. So I actually decided to deliver later and I chose deliver it to me after May 29th. Dune here is another book I have on hold. My wait time is about 2 weeks, so it's coming up. Here's my wish list. This is different than placing a hold on the book. So this was a little plus icon that we could have clicked. I'm interested in The Boys in the Boat and Short Nights of the Shadowcatcher, but I'm not ready for them. I just want to remember that I'd like to check them out at some point later in the future. So I added them to my wish list, and they're here now to remind me that I can either check them out or place it on hold. Going back to the loans. So here we are. I use the EPUB format of books. So I actually have these books downloaded. It's not showing that here, but OverDrive offers 2 different apps that you can use on your phones or tablets to read books. So one of them is going to be Libby, and the other one is going to look like this. It's going to be OverDrive. And here you can see get the app, and it shows you what app stores you can get it in. The OverDrive app is going to look very similar to what we're seeing here, and you're going to navigate it in a very similar way. The Libby app has a little bit different interface. The Libby app is newer. It's the updated version of this OverDrive app. So I actually recommend putting Libby on your phone or tablet if that's how you like to read ebooks. It's a little bit easier to navigate. It's very sleek looking. And I actually don't manage any of my checkouts here online. I manage all of my checkouts through Libby. And with the app, you can access our digital catalog. You could put books on hold. You can add books to your wish list. You can download books straight to your phone. Again, works the same with OverDrive, but Libby is the updated version. With Libby, so I use an iPhone and an iPad as my tablet. With Libby, I don't need to download any other software in order to read the books. I can click the EPUB format and it functions inside the app just fine without any extra software. Same with MP3 audiobooks. I love getting audiobooks and taking them for walks with me. And because you can download this stuff, it's available to you whether or not you're connected to the internet. At Spokane County Library District, we like to, whenever possible, we get books in both the EPUB and the Kindle format. Now, there are times when, for whatever reason, a book might be available only as a Kindle or only as an EPUB. If that's the case, then we can only get them in that one format. We do, but whenever possible, we get them in both formats to meet those needs. If a book only comes in Kindle format, because I don't have a Kindle, I can't read it, unfortunately. So I can only read things that are EPUB. And obviously, you're choosing the type of format that suits your need. If you have a Kindle and you're reading through Kindle, then that's the kind of format you should be choosing. If you're not using a Kindle, then you should be probably be using the EPUB books here. So that is OverDrive in a nutshell. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. And remember, I highly recommend the apps, either OverDrive or Libby. Thanks for watching.